One of the frontline restaurants in New York is the recently opened Danielle. Owner-chef Danielle Boulud is at least one French chef who publicly notes that food in America is gaining respect in Europe. That's real praise coming from the 1994 James Beard Awards Chef of the Year. He offers sweetbreads flavored with chamomile, often used in tea.
Chamomile is something usually we make infusion with, and it has also a very delicate fragrance and goes very well. I discovered this, and it goes very well with veal and sweetbread. This is a fresh sweetbread. Usually sweetbread, you can blanch them into cold water and bring back to a boil, or you can use them raw like this. First, I want to stew the sweetbread with chamomile to flavor the insides. So I'm using what we call a fusil in French, which is a steel, or you can use a big needle, and you go right through, and then stew the fresh chamomile right through, like this. So this, the flavor will, while cooking, the flavor will penetrate into the sweetbread as well. Then it gets seasoned with salt and pepper. And roll into the flour. Just any kind of flour, all-purpose flour.
The sweetbreads are sautéed in a little olive oil. Meanwhile, morel mushrooms are halved.
The morel can be split. Or leave whole, either way. Depends the size of the morel. Those are of a good size. Those are Oregon morel. We're very abundant during spring as well, and summer. Roast the sweetbread on both sides very nicely. Then we start to add the garnish to cook around, with the sweet onion, the Vidalia onion, the celery, garlic, who has been cut in small pieces. And now you have to be careful while you do this process to not let the vegetable burn while they cook. The carrots around as well. And also a little bit more chamomile around, salt and pepper for the vegetable. And while it's cooking, then add the morel. Then I will put a splash of vermouth, dry vermouth. Let the vermouth reduce until evaporation of total evaporation. Then add up the veal stock. If you don't have veal stock, you can add chicken stock, but it's important if you buy sweetbread to buy a little bit of bone, or just ask your butcher if he has a little bit of veal scraps to make a little sauce.
This will be simmered on top of the stove or could be put in a 400-degree oven for 15 minutes.
And while it cooks, it's important to always add moisture. You don't want the dish to become too dry, so you add a little bit of water as it cooks during the cooking. And keep a cover over and keep it on the corner of the stove gently.
Before slicing, the chamomile sprigs were removed.
You can see it's perfectly cooked. It's moist.
Blanched peas and fava beans are added to the sauce before presentation. The chamomile is removed from the sauce and is finished with butter.
Vegetable and sauce over. And this can be done also with other mushroom if you can't find fresh morel, but any seasonal mushroom or even shiitake mushroom.